First ban from Bensen being sure enough. I wonder whether we'll see a random workshop from these guys, since MePBat I reckon is the favourite for that. Okay. So Benson gonna ban now again because gift store is in the neutral pool. Dance hall, very nice. And still Zoo from MePBat. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Speed City Knights from these guys.
I hope not, to be fair. I hope Plaza's favorite.
Ooh, MePBat banning Speed City Knights. Dragon City being banned from Benson. We're going to an official map. But whether it's mansion
Plaza or mansion.
or... exactly. Seems like Plaza this time.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, we'll still got tournament settings on. Now the match begins. Alright, so like I was saying on the stream before we had to shut it down, we've got Benson and MePBat equal now in set count. So this is the equalizer, the decider if you want, with best of three of sets between these two. Both of these guys I would expect are pretty similar in terms of skill on this map. It's one of those ones where consistency is going to be key, and the person who's forcing the most mistakes out of their opponent is going to be the one that wins in the end.
That being said, I know that MePBat this one better plays in Plaza. He's at least very consistent.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty incredible how quiet you are actually. Try talking now. I've just increased your volume a lot. Damn, Joffy, you quiet. Okay. So Benson there, doing exactly what I just said to he'd need to do to win this match, forcing opponents out of forcing mistakes, sorry, out of MePBat. MePBat here just doing the maps as intended, as if it was a solo run practice. And obviously that's only going to take you so far against an opponent like Benson. Got a ball here, Benson just misses barely. Could have been used in a slightly better position. MePBat with no boost. Good pulse usage. And a bomb here. Could close out the match. Oh, but just slightly mistimed again. Okay, so pretty standard here so far. MePBat has an ice. He can use it here, but sort of missed his opportunity. Probably should have used it immediately. Benson with a rocket just trying to force a mistake out of MePBat. Oh, barely hits with the ice beam. And Benson struggling to recover here. Will be a quick point for MePBat, but he messes up. Both these players maybe a little bit nervous. I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it's either the game or you though, Joffy. I can increase the volume of the game, but at that point, we can't hear you anymore. Maybe it could be... Try talking now. Joffy, are you there? Oh my god, dude. Have you got your settings really low on Discord or something? It's I'm having a hard time trying to fix my settings to get you loud. Alright. We've got the game going on in the background now. Well, I was trying to get Joffy's voice to be heard, but right now it's a little bit impossible to get anyone to hear him, including me. So Benson, if I'm not mistaken, won there. We'll see who picks, and then I can fill in the score. Yeah, he did win. Alright, so Benson takes the lead here. Okay, so we have MePBat here picking Factory, and now it's understandable why a player like MePBat would pick Factory, given that he's a pro at consistency. But Benson here, as we saw in the Rock Candy Benson game on Friday, is no stranger to Factory, and in fact is probably one of Benson's favourite maps too. Smart play by Benson there to not close the gate. You see, MePBat has a pretty useless item, so Benson didn't want to give MePBat the opportunity to swap. Could be a mistake to pick here for MePBat. Oh, a good combo with items there from Benson. The ball, and while the ball had stunned MePBat, the hook was free. There was no way to dodge that for MePBat, and it nets him another point. We'll see now if MePBat can claw back this victory, but doesn't seem like it. A big mistake. Benson the quick 3-0 on Factory. We'll see if MePBat decides to go back there. Airport. Airport's an interesting map. You don't see it often picked in tournament sets, and I don't know why that is, because a lot of people are quite good at Airport. Maybe it's for that exact reason, because a lot of people are good at it. It makes it quite uncertain as a map to pick. Nobody quite knows if they're going to win or not. Oh, but MePBat gets the shortcut. It's going to close this gap. The box there from Benson not quite hitting. But we'll see now. Benson using the ball to close the gate on MePBat, not allowing any more boost. But he's going to limit his own speed there with his own ball. It gives MePBat a point pretty much. Smart decision there from Benson, knowing that he already has a powerful item. Doesn't need it, wants to go for boost instead. Although keeping things close. Neither player going for that shortcut. Sometimes players opt to wait for that shortcut to open, as it is quite quite overpowered. Oh, MePBat didn't realise that there was a box there. Trips on it. Seems to me as if MePBat may be a little bit rusty, or perhaps nervous. Not quite sure. Either way, Bensen showing that, well, he's just looking a class above MePBat at the moment. Oh, but a mistake there. All MePBat needs to do is not make a mistake. And he closes the point. But we got MePBat now that takes the game. Came out of nowhere. Nonetheless though, MePBat closing the gap now. Quick point from Bensen. We went to casino. It's coming through backwards. That's classic of top players, is to throw items backwards right before the round ends to get a surprise attack. Obviously there's a buffer on items normally, but if you throw them the round previous, then it doesn't matter, the buffer doesn't count. A clever way to get items to be used before the cooldown. Bensen just going so fast right now, makes a mistake. It's going to cost him as well. MePBat capitalizes on the counterattack. Both players with relatively similar routes here. MePBat has an ice, he can use it, and he's successful. Bensen basically holding on right now. Can barely do anything, he's probably going to get caught out here. And he's ruined the spawns as well. This could be another quick point for MePBat if he plays it right. Bensen maybe a lapse in judgment there. Should have probably just conceded the win. Although he doesn't, MePBat, sorry, doesn't seem to have played it quite how I expected it to go down. Oh, and an immediate bomb from Bensen. Probably going to even things up here. Bensen has the ball, can pretty much trap MePBat just like that, although come across a little bit of difficulty due to MePBat's pulse. And Bensen being able to win on his own counterpicks, something that's characteristic of Bensen, I suppose, is to never really drop a game on a map that he's picked. We'll see where MePBat goes. He's probably thinking about which map to pick that would cause Bensen the most trouble. Seems to be looking at the curated workshop list, and I'd say that's a smart choice from MePBat here. Going to a random workshop here, something that we didn't see on Friday because Rock Candy and Bensen picking exclusively official maps, but MePBat saying he's not afraid. to pick Random Workshop to get the win. A quick lead here from MePBat. Has the item. Bensen's got a perfect counter to it as well though. Although bad usage means that Bensen doesn't even have to use his pulse to counterattack. Oh, the rocket just slightly mistimed, otherwise would have been a great use of the item. But the bomb makes up for it. Maybe getting a little bit lucky, but causes Bensen to mess up and concede the point anyway. Just mistimed that bomb though. MePBat here seeming to be a little bit inconsistent for how he's known. Although saying that, he does have the 2 points. Bensen here going to try as hard as possible though to reverse sweep him on this map. As long as Bensen doesn't mess up here. Oh, and a bomb too. Mistimed. And MePBat takes it. That was a relatively quick win. Didn't seem like too much of a problem for MePBat to dispatch of Bensen in that map. So we're going to lab now. This was where the warm-up took place. I suppose Bensen thinking that it might throw off MePBat's style if he has to contend with another resource to manage. MePBat backfiring on the rocket. Clever usage of the hook from Bensen to avoid it. And obviously a side effect of that in laboratory is that his booster coke is all gone now pretty much. You can see Bensen with a 8% or so lead. Ooh, and another great rocket from Bensen. All MePBat's booster coke is gone. It's going to make it incredibly hard to come back from behind if MePBat can't get some coke soon. Wow, quick 3-0 there from Bensen. I don't think we even did a round. Seems like MePBat's strategy changing slightly since the beginning of this exhibition match. Deciding that actually instead of voting for officials, he'll vote for Random Workshop instead. Maybe he thinks he has the edge over Bensen in this area. Oh. Well, the rules state that if you disconnect during a match, then if it was the If it was the wrong version, we have to replay. Seems like both are willing to replay the match. Well, okay, seems as though MePBat doesn't get a free point here, and we're going to play Sound Shiver anyway. Both players seem to be willing to replay it, so no point in bringing up an argument where there isn't one. Ooh, Bensen with a mistake there. I haven't seen someone of Bensen's caliber do something like that in a long time. I guess it happens to everyone though. MePBat gets a pretty much free point there. We'll see if Bensen can recover from that and take the game. I'm sure MePBat probably more confident on Random Workshop though. Oh, and another mistake. MePBat gonna easily extend that lead. Oh, but a mistake. Let's Bensen live. Probably not for long though. Yeah. Luckily for MePBat, right next to a choke point, so even though he makes a big mistake, he doesn't get punished for it. Interesting item usage. It seems like he was covering a mistake there, but it seems to have worked nonetheless. MePBat, quick 3-0. Barely made a round. That's 4-3. Bensen picking Power Plant. One of those maps that favours consistency again, but you can one-up consistency if you're willing to force your opponent to make mistakes with items, forcing them out of their comfort zone and into somewhere that is places they can't recover from. Bensen, clearly one of those players who's very good at manipulating people's movement with items. You can see there MePBat going and skipping the item despite being ahead, and Bensen saying that he wants the item despite having to take a lead disadvantage for that. Strange bomb there. Seems to have not affected either player very well. Bensen has a drill here, although Power Plant isn't a great map to have a drill on. Only about this section that's going to be very useful for it. And even then you can see that the lead is minute. Luckily Bensen gets a bomb to secure a quick point. Nicely dodged there by Bensen, knowing that the rocket was going for MePBat. But a good ball in return. Bensen gets an ice before MePBat evens up the scoreline. Interesting there, MePBat waiting much longer than he needed to. Maybe it was an attempt to dodge the ice beam that Bensen was holding, in which case it was successful. Bad hook though from MePBat, usually much better at those. MePBat, one of those people that with a golden hook can time the attack to when you're jumping so that you can't possibly slide. It's a really good skill to have, and MePBat an expert of it. Good box there by Bensen. Box slope, but we are in tournament, so can't really do much about that. Etiquette goes out the window when you're trying to win. So Bensen probably desperately trying to get into the lead. He's sandwiched between two rockets here. That was an extraordinarily bad play from Bensen. using that item in that situation, knowing that the rocket from behind was chasing him. He couldn't slow down to avoid the front rocket, and he couldn't slow down or speed up rather to avoid the rocket from behind. Just not a situation you want to be in at all. The laser almost caught him there. Good awareness to jump. Would have conceded the game there from MePBat if he hadn't. Another mistake from Bensen. This is tough here. I don't know whether something's going on Bensen's side, but a good box there from MePBat. Tiny little error is going to keep Bensen in the game for now. Ooh, bad pulse though from MePBat. Could have done better to place that somewhere where Bensen didn't have any boost. The laser again, both players dodging it. Oh wow, perfect aim there from Bensen. It clutches that game. Wow. Well, game 8 there going to Bensen. The score now 5-3 in Bensen's favour. Seems like theme park is where MePBat wants to go. I don't know why he decided that that Random Workshop was not a good pick here. Seems like Random Workshop was working out really well for MePBat. Both maps him taking easily in 3-0 fashion. Although a quick first point from MePBat with Bensen making a mistake there, trying to go for the ultra shortcut, which skips 2 or 3 checkpoints in this entire right hand side. Seems like he's going to even things up with a bomb though. Yeah, quite easily. Good rocket from Bensen as well. He's probably going to take a point for that. You can see in officials as well that even just one mistake can be punished by the other player and result in the other getting a point for it. Random Workshop sometimes doesn't work like that. At least not in the same way with items. Usually what you see is with Random Workshop maps, when you make a mistake with speed, you get punished very hard for it, but the punishment that you receive from item usage is very much less than usual. Oh, a great ball there from Bensen. He's going to finish off the game there. Yeah, it seems like if I was MePBat, I'd want to be picking Random Workshop maps rather than officials. We'll see where MePBat goes now, since he gets another pick. Dance Hall. Perhaps picking this because it was one of Bensen's early bans. Maybe playing on the fact that Bensen isn't very confident on this map, rather than MePBat being good at it. Although I don't know. I'm sure both players incredibly good at both maps. Bensen showing that he doesn't care if he's bad at it. A good item, still knows how to use it regardless of what map. We don't see any ultra shortcut, from either player there, despite having enough boost to do so. There's a skip on the right hand side there where you can just boost in a clever way and make it into the shortcut. MePBat has a Invincible drill here. One mistake from Bensen could end it all for him, since the Invincible drill is just a clear lead extender. although Bensen managing to stay alive right now. Played very skillfully in that section. Although, just makes a small mistake, barely doesn't make it into the shortcut. Good drill usage there from MePBat. It's going to speed him up a lot. And he takes the game. 4-6 now from for this set. We have Metro here now from Bensen. One of Bensen's better maps, I would say. Picks it against MePBat in every set this year that they've played, but MePBat did take one of those games away from Bensen. Maybe that's why we're seeing it so late here in the set. Metro, one of those maps where items are incredibly emphasized on this map, since there's nothing you can really do to gain a huge amount of speed like you can on some of the random workshop maps. You'll see that this map to win is heavily reliant on mind games and conditioning your opponent with items. The ability to be able to dodge as well is emphasized on this map. Bensen being really scared of that ice, but MePBat didn't ever have to use it, since Bensen didn't go far enough to warrant it being used. Basically gave MePBat a free point, and MePBat doesn't even have to use ice to get it. Probably poor play from Bensen there. Oh, and a good ice. And in return, a great pulse from Bensen to even it back up, neck and neck now. Oh, but a tackle, I think, there causes Bensen to win 3-1 on that game, and it's match point now. Bensen with 7 wins. Seven wins to MePBat's 4 right now. Could be MePBat's tournament life here. And just so that the audience is aware, we're moving directly into Kason versus Ratro after this match is completed. Seems like MePBat going to take Granary. Perhaps a good map to pick here. The left-hand side having a pretty precise strategy that's very vital to winning this map. An early mistake though from MePBat. Bensen sealing the deal with a pulse. Early lead. I think MePBat was probably going to trade a win there for a lot of boost. Oh, but a great box there, evens things up. It's almost like everything that happened at the start there doesn't matter, we're even now. First person to 2 points on this map wins. But we're not even close to finished. The first cycle. We see a great bomb there by MePBat, and gets another one for his troubles. Seems like getting a little bit unlucky is Bensen. MePBat going to take full advantage of it though, probably will use a bomb in a good position. Not quite as effective as you'd have hoped it to have been for MePBat, but nonetheless manages to create enough of a lead to win him the game there. At the end of the day, all that matters really. We're now 5-7, still Bensen leading by 2 points. Bensen voting for one of the new Random Workshop maps, Terminal. A big advocate for this being the best of the new additions to the Random Workshop. I'm sure Red's, the creator of this map, would be pleased to know that this is one of the best players' favourite maps. At least in the Random Workshop, that is. 2 uncharacteristic mistakes though. Almost looks as if neither of these players know what they're doing on this map, but I can definitely tell you that at least Bensen does. Maybe MePBat less so, by 2 quick mistakes in succession there. Pretty even apart from that though. Oh, MePBat again. Almost looks like he doesn't even know the map. Another point for Bensen there, barely a round into the map. We'll see if MePBat can pull a reverse sweep on this map, but I'm sure Bensen won't let it happen. Yeah, as we can see here, it's probably going to be game. And it is. Bensen here taking it 8-5 over MePBat. This is the most dominant set we've seen from MePBat versus Bensen this year.